Good morning, friends. Pete Little here with good news from St. George's Church in Owen Sound for Monday, February the 24th, 2025. Today's assigned reading is John 15, verse 1, and then it jumps to verse 6 through 16, but I'm also going to include 17. So let's get right into the reading. Just so you're aware, this reading has evoked lots of conversation between Noni and I, and we've really had a great time, and I love Noni's take on some of this. So if some of this sounds brilliant today, it's her fault. Anyway, let's get back to John. This is the Gospel according to John. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch. Oh, sorry, that's the first verse. I am the gardener, or my Father is the gardener. And then it moves to verse 6. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be given you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. Then the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. Verse 17, this is my command: love one another. And that is the Gospel according to John. Now, living love. Not just big heroic stuff, but the everyday stuff. Jesus calls us to love one another. Jesus is God's love lived. That's the example for us. We are all called to be God's love lived. But what is love? A young man once said to a wise priest, "Does God love me?" The priest said, "Yes, God surely loves you." The young man said, "Well, prove it." The wise priest said, "Do you love your wife, Sally?" The young man said, "Oh, yes, I love her with all my heart. She is the love of my life." The priest said, "Prove it." We prove our love through loving feelings and loving actions. Love is a feeling, but more important, love is a decision. It's a decision to behave in a loving way, loving behavior, love in action. Love is surely a feeling, but it is also a decision to act in a loving way. That's easy with those whom we already love, those who are lovable. But when Jesus says love one another, he's not just calling us to love the lovable, he's also asking us to love the unlovable. the cranky ones, the thoughtless ones, the mean ones, the cruel ones. That is the difficult part. We are asked to open our hearts in all circumstances. A smile, a cheerful hello, a kind word, a helping hand. We don't have to be heroes. We do have to look for opportunities to express our love in God's world. See how these Christians love one another. That's a phrase often used to describe how early Christians were known for their strong sense of community and love for one another. Let us be those loving Christians and live our love. And now I've got a meditation and a closing prayer. Now, bear with me while I play with the technology. Okay. The meditation I'm going to use today is Love the Busy Life. It is a joy-filled life. Take your fill of joy in the spring. Live outdoors whenever possible. Sun and air are nature's great healing forces. That inward joy changes poisoned blood into a pure, healthy, life-giving flow. Never forget that the real healing of the Spirit comes from within, from the close, loving contact of your spirit with God's Spirit. Keep in close communion with God's Spirit day by day. And the prayer for the day, I pray that I may learn to live the abundant life. I pray that I may enjoy a close contact with Jesus this day and to be glad in it. Amen. We do hope this finds you well. We also hope to see you soon. In the meantime, God bless you, and I hope we don't have too much more weather to shovel. Bless you all.